Hi there folks, Scott Tumulty here, and I have one question for you. What's in the box? I realise that's a little bit vague, I should probably explain. There's a channel called The Game Shed, you might have heard of them, lovely guys, and they sent me this nice box, and with some trepidation, I opened it, and it was full of lovely retro gaming goodies. There were games and sweets and toys and things, and the premise is, I take out one item, and I replace it with another item. Then I send it on to another YouTuber of my choice. Pretty sound. Well, I took my one item, and that is Driver 2 for the PlayStation 1. And we're going to find out why. Now you might not realise this, but Driver 2 is actually culturally significant when it comes to gaming for one reason and one reason alone. At one time, Driver 2 was the closest we had ever gotten to having a 3D Grand Theft Auto. Driver 2 is a massive technical achievement for the PlayStation 1. The ability to squeeze a whole city, let alone two, with all the scale and the sense of place that entails, to squeeze that into a PlayStation 1 game and then fill it with people and cars that act in a semi-realistic manner. That is a massive technical achievement that cannot be understated, and brought us closer to the idea of a 3D Grand Theft Auto, of a three-dimensional open world sandbox game. The first mission alone shows you two things that mark Driver 2 out as a stepping stone towards the idea of a 3D sandbox. First of all, it takes you on a trip along a massive highway, just to shout, look at what we made. More importantly, you start the mission outside the car and you're free to walk about. Now, in gameplay terms for Driver 2, it's not hugely important, but the idea fired the imagination. Go where you want, how you want, interact with whatever you feel like. So, while Driver 2 might not look like much now, secretly, it's one of the most important games ever made. So, there you have it, Driver 2. Now, what am I going to replace it with? Well, thought I'd replace it with that wonderful PlayStation 1 shooter, Medal of Honor. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Isn't Medal of Honor that game that's not Call of Duty? Well, yes and no. See, before Call of Duty, we had Medal of Honor games for the PC, and they were actually good, because the people that made them left to go make Call of Duty. But even before that, before we had those good Medal of Honor PC games, we had the good Medal of Honor PlayStation games. They're well worth a look, so I've put that into the box. Now, what would you have put into the box? Let me know in the comments below. Now, who am I going to give the box to? Pretty simple. I'm going to give it to Ikifu, who happens to be my younger brother. Why am I doing this? Well, it comes down to one simple word. Nepotism! And also, I know where he lives, so it's much easier to deliver the box. Anyway, that's all for now. If you want to see more of the box, head over to Ikifu's channel. I will put the link in the description. And, as always, good work, Retro Gamers. I'll most likely kill you in the morning.